Hello everyone and welcome to the official SWGT YouTube channel. My name is Sarusa. Today we're going to take a look at SWGT Update 5.8.13 and 5.8.14, which includes updates to 3MDC statistics, a redesigned user interface for rune combinations on account summary, live siege maps, and more. Let's take a look. The first update line takes us over to the account analytics screen. So under account analytics, go to account summary. And you'll notice here that the rune sets combinations has been completely redesigned. Before in the old version, I'll transition here to the old version. You'll see here that the old version used to hover over and you can actually click on each one of these and see the runes below. But I thought it was a lot of scrolling. After you click it, you have to scroll down, see what all the information is, and then scroll it back up, and then you can unclick it and then click something else. So if we flip back to the new version, you'll see that I have gone through and added the rune sets up at the top. And if you hover over them, you can see the actual runes themselves as far as an overall highlight. And then if you want to see a specific rune, you can just click it and here you go. This is the rune. So it's there if you need it. And it just helps to clean things up a whole lot, to make things look a whole lot nicer, I think. The next update line takes us up to account analytics and takes us over to Rune Graph. Now this is a platform-wide change. Under the filter option, there is a new graph type now that you can do graph with no gems or grinds. So this idea came from Shazizo, and so the idea and concept here is, not all runes are made equal. You can't compare slots 2, 4, and 6 with 1, 3, and 5 because obviously the stats don't go as high and they are fixed, right? And you can't even change the stats, and some of the stats you can't even get on those slots. So when you really are looking at like your damage dealer runes versus your support runes, it's really hard to compare and really hard to take a look at these runes. So anyways, added in this new rune graph idea and concept. It's also available in the previous update. If we go to rune details, there's a new column now that is optional if you choose to turn it on. There's also the new column efficiency with no gems or grinds. So again, you can see here that you can now sort and you can say, okay, so I have 2 runes that are at 100%, which means I have an 8 on them. And so you can see that these 2 runes compare. These 2 runes are very different, right? They're both slot 1. One is more of an HP rune with some speed and some resistance and some accuracy, which is perfect for Josephine. But the other one is going to be a rune for evolution, right? So that is a very, very different rune, but easier to compare. If we take a look at the max values, you can see that these max values are, are somewhat similar. But if you take a look at, like, let's say a slot 4 rune, well, now they can actually compare. These runes, they of course go up higher and have different values. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a neat concept. So thank you for the idea. The next update line takes us over to our guild site, and under 3MDC, if we go to statistics, it takes us here. Under these 4 options here, I have gone through and added a way for you to pick up a specific player. So for instance, if you wanted to see just your own counters that you've been using, historical, trending, over time, etc., that's what this new filter is for. So just a nice little quality of life update there on the 3MDC side. All right, and now for the exciting part that everyone is waiting for. Under Siege, under Battles, if we go to a specific battle, let's say we go to this one, I have gone through and done a bunch of changes. So I have finally gotten, with Kayun's help, all of the colorizations working. So if, obviously, we are blue, and then figuring out who is yellow and who is red. So I have gone through and added those. I've added in all the colorizations. I've gone through and redesigned all the titles and everything so that it all lines up. The graphs now match all of the colors for the guild as well. So that is great there. Under the battle logs, I have gone through and added the tower numbers now too. It's a nice new metric that people have been asking for quite a while, but it's finally all figured out. And so that option is there. And then, of course, you can search for them too. So you can say, shield. So here, all your shield. You can search for, shield, 8 or shield 5 or whatever those may be. I have gone through and colored the guilds, so that way it's easier to understand who has been attacking. And then the next one is the map, which has been a lot of work. Again, big shout out to Kayun. Also a shout out to the guild's syndicate and to the guild belligerent, who helped me basically go through and vet out and prove the base rebuilding times. So a big shout out there. And so this map is in a beta released for now. It does work. It does live update. So Summoner's War, if you're playing with the plugin running and SWGT running, there is a packet called match info that will actually update every 30 seconds. And so SWGT has a built-in cache to basically prevent updates that are happening too often, so you're not flooding the servers. So the map here can update every minute, essentially. So it'll be just a nice way for players that are outside of the game that aren't able to actually play right now to be able to see how the battle's actually going and how things are looking. But again, it does require SWGT, and it does require the plugin to be running for it to actually work. So you can see up in the top, here's the last updated date and time. I did include the basic information that you're already used to on the actual map in game itself, and then all of the towers will of course follow the pattern based on which towers you've actually taken and what ones are actually rebuilding and how many actual defenses are actually there. So a really nice quality of life update. Right now, this is specifically and only on guild sites. It's only on individual battles. It is not on the leaderboards yet, although I am considering it. And I'm also considering potentially adding a way to do a replay feature here. So similar to how tournament is, after the battle is completed, be able to have like a slider with a play button, so that way it will go through. The concept right now is like a 5-minute increment to see how the map changed over time. So that's still in the concept phase. I'm still pondering about it, whether I actually want to do it or not, and or whether it makes sense, and or whether people will actually use it. So we will see if people are excited about the new map, and I'll be curious what people say on Discord. So please feel free to share all your comments and feedback. And that's it for today. I just wanted to say a thank you to all the Patreon members who subscribe to SWGT, and to all the people that constantly give feedback about the platform. It's only through your support and efforts that SWGT is what it is today. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. We all make SWGT better together. And with that, don't forget to smash those like buttons, and I'll see all of you on the battlefield.